Hello everyone, welcome to another game of Sens, the philosophical role-playing game. Today we're probably only going to have 3 players, but that is fine. I'm sure you can handle whatever I'm going to be throwing at you. Last we'd left off, you had asked for directions to the criminal underground of the alcoholics district in on the moon, and started wandering around deeper and deeper into the tunnels beneath. And everyone in the group had failed a perception check to find their way through the tunnels, and you had ended up lost. You talked with a small child for a little bit, who then left, and you're still in the same corridors as you were previously. What are your characters going to do now?
What were we trying to do?
You were drunkenly trying to contact members of the resistance through the criminal underground by basically like trying to find criminals and then trying to see if the criminals could point you towards members of the resistance.
Oh yeah, and we were struggling to find anybody that looked like a criminal, I remember.
Yep.
Okay.
I was just walking ahead of the group by now, like getting impatient. Like, how far does this go?
Okay. You've been wandering in tunnels for like an hour and a half at this point, and you're going to you've come across less and less people the more you've kept walking. Alistair, you're in front. Okay. All of you are receiving a message from Samuel Krabby.
Yep.
All right. It's a simple have you seen this guy's message along with a picture taken from his breastplate armor of a TV broadcasting the news. It seems to be a continuation of the segment where the Emperor was addressing the people, and it shows the pictures of 4 individuals. You have Alexander's face is there. You can recognize it from the very first mission that you went on. As he was making his way through the trash heaps. This photo was probably taken by one of the cyborgs, and then.
Did you say 4?
Yeah. Yes. There is a. So the one of Alistair is a rough sketch based on like it's oh no wait the one on Alistair is basically like the picture that was in your in your resistance file, which they might have taken either if there was a spy or if a what's it called, or if they salvaged it from the administration building of the resistance after it blew up, because some pictures might have survived. So all of you you're going to spot pictures of, you know, like the 4 of you at different points in your life. The one of Cody is clearly after his quadrilla transformation, and all of your faces are recognizable in these.
The thing is, though, Alistair's gonna like, hey, this brings back memories. I turned into a cyborg after that, and I haven't really been visible, so I don't not look the same anymore, probably.
Well, technically, it's your armor that's been more of a cyborg thing, or have you messed up with things down there?
I mean, my armor changed, and like I turned into a cyborg as well. But like, if it's from the base, then chances are it's going to be me without armor before I turned into
Yeah.
what's it called, bionic thing,
Yeah.
hmm
Te-
cyborg bionic. Since the thing is, I turned into a cyborg right after the base blew up.
tech Technically, anybody who wears glasses fits into the definition of cyborgs, and your breastplate armors, if you count them as technology, make all of you into cyborgs technically, because it's like integrated into your bodies, so it's part. So yeah. Um, it's just different levels of cybernization. I think Alistair is like going full on replacing his entire body with
Yeah,
mechanical
I have
parts.
what's it called, mechanical implant trait.
Yeah,
I have like bionic stuff, like electrograph. My nervous system is changed.
yeah,
I can basically plug into USB ports and stuff.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, electroinductors, which are like skin grafts and stuff. And then there's like respiratory units, so my head and throat is like not them anymore.
Yeah. So, um, does that change the course that your characters are taking, wandering through the lunar tunnels?
So wait, I am in doubt. Remind me just because I was a bit distracted. What are the four? Do they have images for all of us?
Yes, of your
Okay,
faces.
okay. So only Alistair is sort of unrecognizable, but our normal faces,
Yeah.
like I
Um,
mean, they don't have our armors on fire.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cody, like, since Cody is shapeshift into a nondescript human at this point, Cody is not going to be recognizable. But Mitya and Alexander, if you
Yeah.
walk around the with your faces visible, there's a chance now that you might be recognized in the streets.
Okay. Okay, guys. What do you think? Do we try it, or is it like I don't know? Should we hide? I think if we search for criminals and we're in a place where there's no police, I think it's a good thing that we're recognizable.
Yeah, gives us some kind of a reputation.
Alice is
Yeah.
like, it's fine. I'm wearing my armor all the time.
All right. So,
Wait, are there camera systems in the tunnel or something like that?
yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, I should have added plus 30 on this one. Give me just 1 second. Okay, that is sufficient. Right, because I've been... Oh, no, it's plus 40 because I have the aiming scopes. And
Ew.
40. All right, nice. Let's see. Where is the... Just 1 second. Right, I need to check the...
I have no idea what you're doing, but it doesn't look good. Just for reference, I'm ahead in a tunnel, but like
Yes.
I'm not walking in the middle.
Yeah, you're you got it. Give me 1 second. Ranged weapons, blah 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 blah. Here we go. All right, it's here we go. Exotic weapons and nice. Okay. No. And right, yeah. Right, and it has a penetration of 8. Right. I knew something was wrong. Okay, Alistair, you are going to take. Okay, so Alistair, what is your life bonus? What is your life stat at?
Just for reference, I was scouting ahead, so what is happening?
Right. Something that you have not yet spotted because they're using a camouflage system similar to yours. Just shot you with 3 bolts of a plasma like rifle.
Would I need to contest my void roll though?
Your what?
Versus would they contest my void roll versus my perception as well though?
Yeah, so basically this is happening as a consequence of all of you having failed your chaos check. You didn't notice that basically you're being like you were being surrounded by police forces. And because you're not aware of the snipers at the time that they attack you, and because they have like detected that you were there, they're aiming for you as the priority target. And they like I made the rolls previously. They managed to notice you. So yeah, you count as further away for the ranged attacks if you're not moving. Unfortunately, you said you were, like walking through the corridors, so that did not count. What is your life bonus, please?
Is that the white one or the gray one?
Sorry, what?
Is that the white one or the gray one?
It's the white one.
32.
Okay, so you take 3 off of each of those attacks. You have an armor of. You have an armor of 10, right?
Checking armor. Where should the armor be?
It's breastplate armor. It says AP. I do believe yours is.
Yeah,
yeah, it's 10. It's 10. Yeah.
I thought it was 11, but yeah.
All right. Cool. So, 10.
And I count as being a range bracket further away.
Only if you're not moving and you are moving. Okay. So.
Oh yeah.
It's 10 with a penetration of. Okay, so that is going to be. And 3, so you take 7, 9, and 3. So that is going to be 16, and that is going to be 19. You take 19 wounds. Unfortunately, because you weren't aware of that the attack was coming, you don't have a dodge. So for Alexander and Mitya, what is happening is you're just walking through the corridors, and then you're gonna hear pa pa pa, and you see Alistair getting knocked back. 3 there's like 3 bullet wounds that have kind of scratched into his armor, and that his armor is like working to make invisible, to like repair and make invisible again around those 3 holes. Yeah, no, like as I said, I made some chaos rolls to spot you like before the game started.
But where are the rolls though? I'm scrolling.
So I can do game master rolls that are not visible to players. So when I'm trying to ambush you guys.
So even if you fail, you can say you succeed, basically.
Yes, technically I can do that. I don't most of the time, but I can do that. All right.
How many wounds did I take?
I said 19 wounds.
Can I attack as a reaction though with my mechanical arms?
they're not within range of you. They shot you from they shot you from deeper in the corridor. You can try to swing your attack around, and you're not going to hit your arms around, and you're not going to hit anything present there. Now, how many wounds do you have left? Oh, right, you have 20, so you have 1 wound left. Everybody, roll.
Yeah, this is why I asked.
Everybody, roll for initiative. Please select your character tokens, and Mitya, how do you feel? Sorry, Idris, how do you feel about having control over? Hold on.
Can I move to the shadow roll, by the way?
Move to the what?
To the shadow roll?
As soon as you can immediately move to the shadow world like on your turn. Let's.
You're gonna get ambushed though because there's a red quadrilla there that wants to kill us, or you can do it.
So.
Well, I have like 1 HP left.
Yeah, but then it's just when the criticals start, don't worry about it. All right, and let's do a little bit of combat music. Okay, descending initiative. Alistair, you are the first to react to this. First off, can you make a chaos roll perception to try to see if you are able to spot the people who are shooting at you? All right, I got a roll for void with the bonus because I am using the chameleonine cloak. And all right, so you are going to spot them. So there's a group of shooters farther down the corridor that are wearing this similar cloak to yours, and because you know the patterns so well on your own armor, you're able to spot them. This is what they look like. There's 3 of them. You are equally going. So hold on. You're equally going to spot their the basically like the support troops that are with them, and there's 3 cyborgs like this wearing heavy military gear and basically like the equivalent of police badges. And yeah. What would you like to do on your turn?
I can use movement to head into the shadow, right?
It uses a reaction.
In that case, I'm going to use my action to, let's see.
Mitchell just makes his weapon appear, like mid-turn, and he just yells, "I don't know where they are, but fucking grenade them if you're not sure."
What?
Ambush! Fuck, they got me! It hurts!
Grenade! Throw a fucking grenade where you think they are!
No, fuck them! I'm gonna fucking pull out the autogun and my heavy bolter.
Okay. You are in the real world, so the autogun works here.
I have a -10 on using the autogun, but because I don't have the 2-weapon wielder thing yet, but I do have ambidextrous and heavy bolter mastery, so it should be a flat 0.
Right, okay. You don't have 2-weapon wielder, so I don't... Okay, hold on, give me 1 second.
There's supposed to be...
Right, okay. So you need the 2-weapon wielder range to be able to shoot 2 guns at once. Ambidextrous right now, all that it does is mean that whichever hand you're using as your primary hand and the other one don't have your secondary hand only has a -20. Since you don't have
as I said, it's supposed to be the -20, but I have ambidextrous and heavy bolter mastery, which also adds a +10. So it's either flat 0 or plus or -10.
Right, right. If you're using your offhand, but it doesn't. But since you don't have two weapon wielder, you can't shoot two of them at the same time. You need to have two weapon wielder to be able to shoot two at the same time. Right now, all that it does is if you decide to use your bad hand, you wouldn't have the penalty. So so I think what you should do is more like just shoot the heavy bolter.
I'm just gonna check my grenades real quick because I think since they got nerfed, crack grenades versus monoball are like different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking which is supposed to be more damage.
All right.
But I think the crack grenades are sort of useless now compared to the monoball ones.
Well,
the damage stack is supposed to be increasing, but you removed that tearing thing, right?
Yeah, like because it said that it had 7 tearing. So what we establish is that you get like 5 grenades of each type per mission, and they reform like between missions. I think you said you used all of them on the bridge of the ship. So I think I'm
currently checking my ammo. I think something got changed in checking.
Okay.
It says current ammo 3 for both, but like I think I should have more.
So usually you have 5 for per mission for each of them, and like as I said, you said you used all of your grenades on the bridge of that ship. So
yeah, I'm going to edit the fill clip to 5 then for each of the grenades for reference for the future.
Mm-hmm. Got it. All right.
But it says I have 3 monoballs and 2 crack grenades, but I shoot at 3 of both of them. I think then.
Okay. So what do you do with your action?
I think they're pretty close, right?
Yeah, they had to get a little, like basically on the map. Hold on, I'm gonna move you guys back here. You guys are entering this room here, and you were first. So
I know you're in this room, so I'm trying to move out of the room.
I think that's a new room.
Yeah. That's a new room that looks very much like the previous ones.
Okay, so I'm just checking the distance right now.
Yep. They are.
Wait,
they are like 5-6 feet away.
Yeah, that I can probably, even without a loop or something, I can get into melee range.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, can I use my melee attack with my servo arms?
Okay.
Because I have lightning attack, and use my main arms for the heavy bolter. I think if I use lightning attack.
Okay, the servo arm allows you to do to forego your dodge, to forego your reaction in exchange for like 1 extra attack, but it wouldn't be like it. It wouldn't be the swift attack. You wouldn't be able to do 3 of them. But if you want, you can attack with your heavy bolter and do 1 attack with your axe.
Okay, without using my reaction, right? Without using my reaction, right?
Yeah.
I have attack.
It would use your reaction for you to attack with your servo arm. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just skip on getting into the Shadow World, I guess. In that case, I'm just gonna run up to them and at point blank range gonna go full auto.
Okay, roll for death.
I am using Kraken Bolt. Do I need to roll for death at point blank range though?
Yes, you do. You get a +20 for being at point blank range, both. So there's that.
I think it's +30 if it's really at point blank.
Oh, right. So in this case, you are going to be able to hit Right. Okay. You're able to hit 2 bullets. Roll your damage twice, please.
Damage twice. I mean, I thought that every at like point blank range was auto hit, but is this also because they have the chameleon cloak?
No. Just roll your damage twice.
Dragon bolts.
Nice. All right. So this is tearing. So I'm taking. So it's 5 less. It's 25. This is 21 points of damage. You tear one of the cyborgs to shreds completely.
Also, I am going to roll the crits.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the crit. There is a chance. I haven't checked yet, but depending on how much damage you. Okay. I'm only taking off 2, so it's another 25. It's enough damage that you don't need the critical. You kill another one of them. Are you trying to aim more for the snipers or for the cyborgs?
Well, I think I've just run into the first ones there. I'm guessing I'm going to circle around into the snipers so they can't get away.
All right, you've just killed 2. Like each of your 2 bullets that landed has killed one of the cyborgs.
And that I'm going to move with Assassin Strike as well, and I'm also like going to chop into them with my axe as well with my reaction then.
All right, you use your reaction to attack. Go ahead and make your another death roll, and you charged, so you get a plus 20.
Oh yeah, so I was talking without pressing the thing, but since I have 2 serval arms, do I also get to punch with one of the arms?
No.
Since you have like an attack as a reaction, but I have lightning attack.
Yeah, it like no matter the amount of arms, it gives you one. It only gives you one attack in exchange for your reaction.
Okay, like how does that work with lightning attack? Because
it does not.
It specified something in lightning attack for offense as well.
It does not work with lightning attack.
Okay, because I think the description said once. Yeah, oh no, if I have the 2 with the mule talent, then I get the advantage with one of the weapons and another attack with the other.
Yes. Yes. You since you already attacked with the heavy bolter, this is what's happening. So please roll death to attack with your axe. Okay. Even with the plus 20 of the charge, unfortunately you rolled a 90. The people you're charging are going to like activate emergency camouflage measures. There's a little bit of like smoke that comes out of like canisters, and they're able to like basically fall back in the shadows sufficiently that you don't kill all of them. Now you used your reaction, so you can't dodge, but you have your secondary reaction to pass into the shadow world if you want. Just letting you know for when I'm gonna attack you. Alexander, it is your turn.
Just checking for the Assassin Strike, I get half movement, so could I move back again?
Yes, you could, yes. Right. I'll let you reposition your character with half movement. Alexander, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to take cover behind the entrance of that tunnel again and say they're over there, there's 2, I killed 2 of them.
Okay.
And it's like, Theo, or no wait, Alexander, like, patch me up, this shit hurts.
Alright. Alexander,
Noted.
what would you like to do?
Is Alistair, I'll just start with my role as a healer and see if Alistair's in need of any immediate healing before I decide to go ham on these people.
Yep. So your armor is displaying that Alistair has taken some more damage that you've seen him take since he got his armor. He's still in fighting condition. Like you've just seen him charge using his heavy bolter, do one attack and then retreat like super fast. But
Okay.
he would he can't take many more hits like this.
Okay. Considering that he's dealing such big blows, I would like him to keep standing a little while longer, so I will definitely do a little bit of healing.
Okay. So, Alistair, this is going to take your half action, like half of your action for next turn. And Alexander, it takes only half action for you now. So go ahead and roll for life. And
Okay.
Idris, I'm giving you control over Cody's character sheet, so that you can roll initiative for him and like help decide how this fight is going to go. All right.
Okay. Due to Master Surgeon, I get a +10 bonus, and I can restore 1d5 wounds with enhanced healing.
Yep. It's 1d5 plus your life bonus, and it's multiplied by... Oh, yeah. And it's multiplied by 2. So... Yeah. What is your life modifier? Oh no, he's critically wounded. It's +2. So roll 1d5 +1, and then we're gonna multiply it by 2.
Okay, 1d5 +1.
Yeah. You can just roll. You can just roll critical if you want, and that will be like practically the same thing.
I think I did this right. Yes.
All right. So yeah, Alistair, you recover 6 wounds. All right. It is going to Alexander. You have half an action left. For example, if you want, you can, for example, take a single shot with your storm bolter. Yeah.
I'll happily do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll for death. Oh, I forgot to roll to dodge for my people earlier. That was not a good move on my part. Okay. So,
Yeah.
well, I failed to dodge, but you failed to hit. So, yeah, like you see the cyborg kind of like pressing against the wall, trying to not be in the path of those like very deadly bolts that you're shooting. It is now Cody's turn.
Okay, I'm just checking a thing about powers. Okay. Okay, one thing that I could do, Bean, if you're willing to do it, you could. I'm not sure you can do that, but I could heal you too.
You could what?
I could. Oh no, because he doesn't have medical equipment. Cody doesn't have that.
Yeah,
anymore.
not anymore. And
Okay,
you can only do one. Well, you can only do one roll to heal per wounds that he's taken. So technically, Alexander could have done 3 healing rolls because that was like 3 shots.
I see. Shit, I don't know enough about psychic powers. That's too bad. I know I can do some amazing shit. Yes, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a spell called Mantle of Lies.
Mental?
And Mantle of Lies.
Okay.
And what it does is that I pick 2 people that I can see.
Uh-huh.
And I basically can swap their appearances.
Their appearances, okay.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make Alistair, who's wounded, look like the last remaining melee cyborg.
Okay.
As to try and make it look like, and we could say that I'm doing it as he comes back.
Sure, yeah.
To create the impression that Alistair is still in melee range and a cyborg is attacking us. Basically.
All right. So you need to make the activation roll, and
you should get the bonus because of my stealth as well, since I have the same stealth as them.
Sorry?
It should-
He's suggesting you get one of the snipers because they have similar stealth tech, so it will be easier to switch them out.
Yeah, no, I meant like the cyborgs because they all have stealth, right? But like I have the same stealth technology, so it should be pretty convincing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm doing.
All right, nice. That is a pass. You're in the real world, so you have to use. No, you don't need to. You don't need to roll in the real world unless you roll a 11, 22, 33, and so on. So you are successful. Do I have any resistance rolls to avoid being fooled?
Okay. A creature can attempt a chaos test with a penalty equal to 5 times the sorcerer psi rating. So this would be, I don't know Cody's psi rating, but I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so that's gonna be. I'm just
You
gonna.
have like 5 or something, or is it you?
I'm just gonna make the rolls.
25. So they have a minus 25.
Okay. See, I rolled a 9 and I still failed because of the minus 25. So they're not going to see that. They're going to see their comrade who's in melee with them as looking like Alistair, and Alistair looking like their comrade has abandoned them to charge at the enemies.
Nice.
Alright, very good. Is that a full
This is-
action?
No, this is a half action, so I'm gonna shoot with my Tesla Curva.
Alright, go ahead and make the roll.
Oh no, that's me.
You are. Who are you? I assume you're not shooting the cyborg, so you are going to have to take a minus. You're going to have to take a minus 30 because the snipers are using the chameleonine cloak and they're not
Okay.
moving.
But I do have.
Presence
Because
goggles.
I'm close. No.
Okay.
But because I'm close, do I have a bonus? I'm short range, am I not?
Yes, you would in fact. But what it does is basically it makes them count as being long ranged. So it's just the minus
A
30.
straight roll.
Yeah.
Oh, a minus 30.
Yeah.
Okay, that's never gonna work, but you know. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, the Tesla carabine like shoots lightning into one of the nearby walls. Okay, and it's Mitya's turn.
Yeah, I am gonna charge at them, and I'm gonna position myself here
Okay.
and do one attack on each of the snipers.
Okay. Yes, lightning attack, my favorite. And you're in melee range, my favorite again. So
I'm in melee range with the 4 of them. Am I not?
yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Go ahead and
So,
make 3 death rolls.
And that's just checking with charge. That's plus 20.
Can I please roll something in the positives? No, I cannot.
You did it.
Nice.
All right. Roll for damage to hit all of them.
So where is my sorry? For sword. So this is this.
Okay. What's the penetration on this baby?
It's a penetration of 8.
Okay, so their
and wait.
armors do not count.
Okay, plus 4 to each of these rolls. Because of my assault
Charge.
melee talent.
Because of your charge power?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so that is 18, 20. That is 3 dead snipers.
Nice.
Right. And okay. It's my turn. and it's my turn for that one cyborg.
To do a Cosmos roll
Yeah, to make a Cosmos roll, right?
at -10.
At -10, got it. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, finally! Okay, alright, give him 1 second. So the first thing he's going to do is, you hear him yell, "Confirmation! These are definitely the glitches!" And then he's going to basically try to kill you with like his mechanical implants. So I would like for but you're fine. You dodge around. You don't need to dodge. He like the death of his comrades has really struck a nerve. He is yelling, flailing around, and just like not in control of his emotions, and so unable to hit you at any point. Alistair, it's your turn.
Oh, is he dead already?
No, there's one left, but he has your appearance.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Okay.
So I charge at him. I'm going to lightning attack, and I'm going to tear him apart with my serval arms as a bonus.
Okay. Go ahead and
so-
make your...
Sorry, I hate to be that guy. Do you have swift attack?
I have lightning attack.
He has
Yeah,
swift...
Rated.
He has
I
swift
can
and...
make sure you get an extra
No,
attack,
I mean,
extra arms.
yeah, you have preternatural speed because that's the only way you can do it as a half action.
You mean to...
I know, but like I have lightning attack, and
Right. Oh, I see what you mean. So because it's a charge, you can't. You need to have the preternatural speed to be able to charge
Lightning attack and charge.
and like to do both. Since you're charging, it should be just one attack.
I'm going to just lightning attack with my May hand 3 times then. But like, there was something. It says for the serve arms, I can lift heavy things or anchor myself as a free action.
Yes.
But I'm just gonna pick him up.
But I'm sorry, you cannot move and do lightning attack if you haven't got preternatural speed.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. So go.
I'm just like my half move is 5, and he's like 5 feet away.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but you cannot move and lightning attack. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So.
How does that work? Someone explain it, please, because it says it's just full action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because you move, you don't have a full action.
Yeah, it takes half of your action to move. So you can't use a full action to do a lightning attack.
I thought movement and action were separate.
No.
Similar to D&D.
Yeah, it's different than D&D. It's the same type of actions. So okay, so basically you can charge, do one attack at +20, and use your reaction to use your servo arm for a second attack. So go ahead and make 2 death rolls, please. Okay, do I... Yes!
I also need to roll once for the arms.
The first one was for your axe, and the second one was for your arm. You rolled... Okay, hold on. You rolled an...
2 arms.
Yes.
I have 2 servo arms, though.
2 servo arms still just means... since it uses up your reaction to do one of them, you're only supposed to have 1 reaction, apart from the one to go to the shadow world. That's it. That's all you can do this turn. But that used up my 1 dodge. Alexander, it is your turn.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself real quick. Okay, so how's everybody looking? Any new wounds that I miss?
Not any new wounds. Alistair still has a few wounds. Like you've treated one of the 3 that he had. Oh, I forgot. Alistair, you only had a half an action because you were getting healed previous turn. Never mind. Alexander, yeah, what would you like to do?
I will.
Right now, there's just one guy who's still alive. One enemy who's still alive.
I'll just go ham with my Stormbolter.
Alistair is in melee range, is in like melee combat with this person. Just letting you know.
Oh. I will not go ham with my Stormbolter then.
Okay.
I, if possible, will rush forward and use my Frostblade.
Nice. You have a +20 because you're charging. So go ahead and make a death roll.
Out of curiosity, how does flanking work in this this setting?
You get you're supposed to get penalties to your dodging rolls for being overwhelmed by multiple opponents. And all right, Alexander, you hit. Go ahead and make your damage.
Okay.
Very 4, huh? Okay. So that's a -9. That what is the penetration on the Frostblade?
9.
Okay. You charge, and you have this anime moment where you slice, you move behind the enemy, and he's gonna be cut like neatly in half by your new energy sword, the Frostblade, and
Mind you, it's nothing personal, kid.
And you see Mitchell looking at his own blade, looking at, that's a nifty blade. That's a nifty blade.
Mine. No touchy.
I won't touch it, looks sharp.
Right, here we go.
Well, no more opposition over here.
Just as you say that. Fuck. Well, no. Probably one turn after you say that. Maybe more.
So, what happened? Did we hear a gunshot or something like that?
Huh? No, this is me using an activation, like a spell, a psychic power. I rolled a double, which means hold on. Oh, hold on. No.
Nice.
Okay, hold on.
It's getting better and better. Oh snap! I remember the 30.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Yeah.
What's the 73 on that table again?
Okay. 73 on the perils of the shadow. Blood rain.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
We had this one before.
Okay. Alistair, can you roll 5d10 for the meters for the area radius to avoid being knocked to the ground? The howling winds and the skies are raining blood. Any psychic powers used in the area automatically invoke perils of the warp for 1d5 rounds. Can you roll an extra 1d5? And I don't get corruption points because those don't exist in this game. But I have to make a it's gonna be a Cosmos check to avoid being knocked to the ground. That would be the one thing that makes the most sense. Yes. Alright. So 24 area radius. You're all out of the radius. Okay. Well, from beyond the corridor, from which basically the corridor keeps going and turns, you're going to see like this crackling of red energy as the telltale sign of a quadrilla of death being present there, and you start to hear the sound of rain as basically like the ceiling is going to start dripping red blood. All of you are out of the area of this, so you're fine.
Guys, I think we should split. What do you think?
That's a pretty dramatic entrance. It's probably a good time to take our cue and make our exit.
Yeah, let's do that. And we go into the opposite direction.
Okay. All right. Okay. So sounds of rain are on. Okay. Well, you start going in the opposite direction. Let's see. It's a 24-meter radius. I need.
By the way, can you, when he does a psychic power, can you tell me?
Yeah.
Because I can negate it before he does the roll.
Now that you're aware of it, you can do that. What's the range on that thing?
It is my creation score, which is 56.
56
meters.
Meters?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Right now,
Well, 72 if we count immersion.
we don't. Okay, so... Oh, by the way, everybody gets 2 points of immersion. I forgot to set the timer at the start of this. I'm gonna do it now. Okay, what is your... okay, if it's less than 50 meters... Like, right now he's 50 meters... the quadrilla of death is 50 meters away.
I have a question about the time that passed since it happened.
Right. So it's been like 6 seconds. It's because I had like 2 turns to try to use my psychic powers for a great entrance. Anyways, yeah, it's been 2 turns, so like 6 seconds before you start to see like this blood rain and the lightning. So, is there anything your characters would like to do before you start to become aware of the quadrilla being there?
Not me.
I'm just like, yeah, I mean, we should get out of here and not use the shadow roll. Meanwhile, Alexander, can you patch me up, please, real quick? This shit hurts.
Alright. Since you had 2 turns, you could definitely have done this. Go ahead and roll for life twice, please.
Yeah, this is why I want to run it fast, because I want to get patched up.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he's still... Okay, so that's gonna be the next... yeah. If you pass, you're gonna heal an extra 8 points. You pass with one of them, so you are able to heal an extra 8 life points, bringing him back to 15 out of 20. Very decent. Yeah.
It's like a bonus because we're out of combat or something, maybe?
It's not opposed, but basically, like one of the shots lodged itself in a part of your armor where it's really hard for Alexander to like pull it out and stitch you up. So one of your wounds is.
And I also try and patch myself a little bit up and like just fill it out with nice or something meanwhile then.
Right. There's only one that you can only do one healing test per wound. So all 3 of those have been done. You'll be able to do like when you have time rolls that aren't first aid but like long-term recovery. In the meantime, all of your characters are running away. You're going to see the frustrated quadrilla starts to run after you. You're able to see this is what... Okay. So this is what she looks like. So this is the alcoholic, and you're going to notice that on her red armor, she has those two very large black arms with long claws that radiate the same sinister, deadly energy as the wings that Mitya is carrying around right now. Here is an image of. Hold on, it's supposed to be in the handout. Here we go. Finland Fingers fragments. Here is what one of these arms look like, and it basically just like replaces her arms. The fingers are extremely long. Yeah.
Yeah, so Alistair's going to shout, "What do you want with us? Why are you running?"
I don't think she's gonna bother answering that. She gets out of the blood rain after a couple of turns, and she's gonna get yeah. Give me 1 second. That's the king. All right, let's try this again. I'm out of the blood rain. There's no reason that this. Okay, well, everybody. You can roll chaos or to try to outrun her, or void to try to hide from her. Yeah, you guys can full run while I have to be trying to use my actions to try to keep up. Well, to use my powers, so you're definitely at an advantage here. Okay, Mitya, you are you try to outrun her. She is keeping up pace. Same thing with Alexander. In fact, she's gaining on you. Alistair, are you running with your friends or hiding in the shadows?
Yeah, no, I'm hiding either way. I'm just using my armor, and I'm gonna try and patch myself up while we're running.
Alright, so go ahead and roll for Void, and you have all of the bonuses of your armor, so the plus 50. So, Alistair, you're able to basically stay in the same room, camouflage. She is going to run past you. You have a moment where the mechanical black claws come rather near you, and you can feel your skin immediately prickle in you feel this sense of you absolutely do not want those fingers to touch you. She continues. Alexander, you are you turn into a dead end, and when you turn back, she's catching up to you. She's not quite where you are yet, but that gives her another opportunity to. Yes.
Am I in range?
Yes.
So. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. Go ahead. Can
I attempt?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no! Wait, no, it's no use. You roll too high.
I roll too high. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In this case, what is going to happen is basically this. She concentrates. You see between her claws this a bottle is going to appear that starts to crack open, and out of it this torrent of brown liquid just come exploding out in all directions and starts to fill the room. You're now knee deep into this substance that because your armor transmits smells, you're able to tell it is an alcoholic substance, and it immediately is set on fire. So it counts as a rain of foulness power.
Yeah, asking, can I anchor myself to the ceiling?
You're like yes, you can.
Okay.
It doesn't reach as far for you. Okay, so I think it's definitely a Nurgle power.
Oh, I have it in front of my eyes if you want.
Sorry, what?
I have it in front of my eyes. I've got the book open on Rain of Fold.
Oh, you got it. Okay, what does it do? Please.
Wait. So it's a psychic blast with a radius of 1 plus the degrees of success of the focus power. Anyone caught in the area suffers 1d10 plus 7
Okay.
damage with a pen equal to the psi rating and the toxic 3 quality, and must take a pinning test.
Okay, it's my power rating is 5, so it's 1d10 plus 7. You said.
Yeah, with a pen 5.
Okay.
But according to the rules, if the Psyker is in the same zone, he has to do it too, right?
Yeah,
She's far away.
Hmm?
The quadrilla is far away while using the power.
Actually, no. She's inside of it. I think. Yeah, we're like she doesn't really care about bodily damage, so she is going to get touched by the attack as well. Actually, hold on. You said the range is like degrees of success plus 1, so that's 5 meters. You're like no, she's not 5 meters close.
Okay.
It's a blast. I guess both of you can roll for life to avoid the damage you would be getting.
So who is it? Me and Alexander?
Yeah, you and Alexander.
Oh, I'm here. I didn't know.
Right. It's so appropriate that I rolled for Rain of Blood while I was trying to summon a torrent of just alcohol attack.
Okay, I will use my psychic hood to negate the effects of the psychic power onto me. I cannot help you, Alexander, but I can do it for me. So, Okay, so if I succeed my creation roll, I'm unaffected.
All right. Okay. Is it a contested roll against my? No. Okay.
No,
So yeah.
not in this case.
You use your psychic hood, and the alcohol doesn't catch fire around you. You're still like knee deep in it, but you're not taking any of the damage. Alexander, you have an armor of 14. I did 14 damage, and I have a penetration of 5, so you take 5 wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and the level of the alcohol is rising. Right.
Is it possible for me to go to the shadow world?
It absolutely is. Would you like to go to the shadow world?
I will try and see if it'll help me avoid it.
Okay. So you already rolled to defend once, so you're not able to try to defend twice for the same attack, but you can just leave so that you don't get more of that rain of foulness.
Yeah.
All right. So you are going to disappear into the shadow world, and because you are in the alcoholic's fragment, you are going to appear inside of her tier. Give me just 1 second. All right. So let's see which of those pretty images works best. Here we go. This one's perfect. All right. You are going to appear in like on this small orb, this planet that is filled with. Oh my god, it's so pixelated. Well, it's fine. That is just filled with people and there's a I think that's called a Ferris wheel. You're basically in what appears to be not a carnival, not a fair. This. Yeah. People are just moving about. But the orb is rather small and just floating in the void. And this strong gravitational pull that's like keeping your feet attached to this place. And as soon as you arrive, the inhabitants of this space are who are all like, you know, like all of which have a drink in their hands, are going to turn to you and start to smile, point, talk to each other, and you immediately feel like an outsider. This does not look like the moon at all. This looks like it has the blue skies of Earth, and yeah. Okay, what do you do?
I will say, well, this might have been a mistake, but fuck it, I'm here. And what do I do? I think I'll just try and walk and find a quieter place and try to sit out a little bit, hunker down until I think the danger in the real world has mostly passed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for void. You're trying to find a place to hide and where you won't be spotted, where you won't be bothered.
Yeah, because I don't trust these people.
Okay. So it's you're not going to be able to find any place where you don't feel observed, like even in the bathrooms. But you are able to isolate yourself by getting up on the Ferris wheel in just one of the cabins and just staying there until you think the danger has passed from the real world. All right. Well, we are now going back to Mitya, and Cody, by the way. So the two of you. Okay, I'm gonna get you all a new corridor image. So just give me 1 second. You and Cody are the only two left in this fight. What are your characters doing?
How am I going to do that? Because the thing is, I could flee easy, but Cody can't. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is that Mitya is going. Fuck. Okay, I'm looking for. Okay, Mitya is gonna engage the quadrilla in melee.
Okay.
He's gonna charge it.
Okay.
Yeah, and simply, and Cody is gonna use, what's his movement? Oh, he's so slow. Cody is gonna full run towards an exit.
Okay. So, all right, you can make the chaos test to see if Cody just is able to make it out. Because Mitya is holding off the quadrilla. It's only going to, you only need to pass the test.
Okay, so because I've got combat formation as Cody, and it says that I can use Cosmo or Chaos for initiative.
Yeah.
You say it applies there, and you can use Cosmo.
No, it's more chaos in the sense of like you're like running.
Yeah,
you're trying to use like the chaos of your environment to your advantage to get away.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, he's going to end up in this dead end right here. in which the liquid is slowly filling, and where basically you and the quadrilla, Mitya and the quadrilla, are also going to end up. What is Mitya? Mitya, you said you were charging at the.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
To try and hold him off, basically.
Okay. In this case, I need the token that Frey made for the quadrillas of death.
It's not a good one.
Well, it's very well made. I'll have you know.
Oh no, I mean the battle. I haven't seen the token yet.
Hey, it's fine. It's only the third terribly dramatic battle of the day. Oh, I forgot to give you the penalties for the fact that some of you are drunk. I'm sorry. I'm remembering now. So as the alcoholic is making her way towards you, you can feel that you don't know if it's remnants of where you were at the bar or something that she's doing, but you feel more lightheaded because you've been running. You've got more blood pumping into your skull, and you're feeling dizzy. So you're gonna have a minus 20, a minus 10 to all of your actions.
I'm noting it.
All right.
Okay. Then do you want me to roll initiatives for the both of them?
Yeah. Let's have everyone roll for initiative.
Yeah, I was wondering where I was at or something. I was just typing some stuff in Discord. I was just wondering about the servo arms, but essentially I'm just walking along the ceiling with my servo arms.
Okay.
And basically I'm holding my heavy bolter and just running along the ceiling with my servo arms now.
Right. You said you were trying to get away from the whole situation up until now. So, are you coming back into the situation to fight?
I only specified that I was trying to hide to flank him, essentially.
Okay, so yeah, you're coming back into.
I was still hanging around, and I figured I saw it happen. I planned to the ceiling. So I'm not really getting away. I'm just on the ceiling now. Okay.
Yeah, you're hiding, but you're still part of the combat. So you have to enter the. So basically, if you want to get close enough in the tunnels to where she is right now, you are going to need to get through the rain of foulness that she is maintaining. So like the burning alcohol. I need you to roll.
While on the ceiling, though.
Right. Yeah. So just roll a simple chaos roll to see if you're able to move through it without getting down, having the flames reach up to you, because it's slowly. Okay. Yep.
I am running along the ceiling.
Nice. Okay. So you can add your initiative to the turn order. Cody is going to be the first to act. Mitya,
Yep.
What do you want?
Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is okay, Cody's gonna use Leper Strike. Leper's Curse.
Okay. Hey, does somebody else want to take over the Cody's character? Someone who doesn't know?
Nope.
Okay.
So let me check.
I should
Okay,
probably not.
challenging, but I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
It is. Oh, he does it with life. Okay, not creation.
Yeah. That is a pass, and you rolled a 57, so that is not going to trigger anything. So what's up with this power?
So, it does 1d10 of critical damage, ignoring any defense.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It does no damage to wounds. It only does critical.
Damage.
And you can only do it once per combat per enemy.
Okay. So you said it's 1d10? So you did 6
Yep.
points of damage. Of
No,
critical.
I did a critical of 6, and
Okay.
I'm looking at the...
Yeah.
It is a rending critical effect.
Right, and you rolled a 57, which means 75. It's the right leg. Right leg rending 6 is going to be... the blow slices a couple of centimeters off of the end of the target's foot. The target must make an immediate life test or permanently lose the use of its foot. On success, the target's movement is reduced by half. In either case, blood loss. I'm a quadrilla, so no blood loss, but I'm still going to make the not losing my foot test. Let's see, it's a life test, okay. Okay, I pass.
Wait, does that mean that he
Okay.
he does his movement more slowly?
So, I like the effects of the critical do not damage me, but any other attack to this leg is like if it gets past the wound, there will already be 6 levels of critical. So it's easy to just kill someone if you're able to like hit them in the same place with another critical.
And then Cody is going to disappear. He's going to go into the Shadow World too.
All right, so Cody leaves to the Shadow World. Alexander, from the top of the Ferris wheel, you are able to see the blue lightning of Cody appearing, immediately getting spotted by the people who are around and who start to, you know, like from above. You're able to see there's a circle that forms as people like move away from Cody, keeping an eye on him.
By the way, when is my turn actually?
Yes, it should have been beforehand because you rolled a higher initiative. You hadn't rolled yet, so all right, Alistair, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
My token because there was none yet, so.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do?
Well, I guess I see Mitya leave. I'm assuming my turn wasn't before it, so.
No, you act before, but I'm just telling you I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
because I know you're coming to the fight. On the comms before the fight, I'm just gonna tell you I'm gonna leave, and you do whatever you want with this.
That's just gonna that's fine. I mean, but like you guys are both on the other world now.
No, only Cody has left at this point.
Yeah, the token is still there.
Yeah, sorry.
I was
Okay. So. What?
Yeah, I still see Alexander there.
No,
I'm assuming that the token that's left is Alexander, right?
Alexander isn't there.
no. That's the
Who is the
quadrilla
black
and me.
token?
This is the quadrilla.
Who is this?
This is me.
Okay. Well, I am going to throw out a quadrilla with Witch Bolt.
All right.
Do whatever you want.
I mean, it's Witch Bolt, so. How close am I? Because I'm basically shooting him from his head.
Sorry, what? Oh,
I mean,
you want to shoot at the
upside
head?
down.
It's I believe aiming at the head is a -20.
Well, I'm essentially like right above him, so I'm not specifically aiming. It's just out from above him. I'm shooting the head above, so.
I didn't understand. You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
I'll type it.
All right, go ahead and roll for Def to to use your full auto with the witch bolts.
Yeah, I typed it for reference.
Right, I see what you mean. There's a chance there's still a chance, even though you're above, that you might hit any part of the body because she's moving around. It's a fight. So, all right. So you are able to do 5. Hold on, give me 1 second. I am not aware of this attack. I can't dodge. So you do 6. Do your weapons damage 6 times.
Nice. Luke?
Those are some good rolls. Okay, you fire the witch bolts into the quadrilla, tearing through her flesh, and like basically just like she bursts into this bright red electrical spark, and she disappears. The black arms are also gone, and yeah, you have this kind of like lingering scream after her destruction that is similar to the way that you've seen like quadrillas of life still have a couple of whispers as they're dying off.
Yeah, I just realized that Mitya is missing. I thought he was just going to the shadow world and not away in real life.
Okay,
No,
so
Cody did that.
Cody did that
I'm saying
because Idris is controlling Cody and
Oh no, yeah, I just disappeared on Roll20. So.
yeah. So
Okay, but like the thing is, so basically, is the Cordula dead?
she's not. She just exploded.
I'm gonna answer as if it was your character. I don't think we can kill them that way. The aviator told us, like they can't be killed unless we find an item of them and give it back to us.
That's why I asked. But the thing is, also for reference, any creature with a psi rating who takes damage from a witch bolt reduces its psi rating by 1 for 1d10 rounds and cannot push for generation.
Okay.
And creatures with warp ability must immediately check for disruption. I'm not entirely sure how it goes with these quadrillas because of their like small world thingy.
You don't know, but I am taking it into account. It's going to be at least 9 rounds before I'm able to do some.
I rolled I think how do I need to roll this essentially, because I rolled a 8 and a 9 on the first hits, as well as like a 5 and a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it's gonna take a long time to get rid of that minus 6 on the thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Alistair, I think. Okay, I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna jetpack us away as far as I can.
I'm on the ceiling though.
I have a jetpack. This is literally not
like. Oh, he's using his servo arms to basically anchor himself into the ceiling.
Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm telling the character that. Okay. Alistair, I propose as Mitya that I take you and we bolt as far as we can from here. Do you care to come with me?
Alistair wants to try and pull out the mechanical arms with both fingers.
Sorry?
The mechanical the fingers are not like disappeared along with the alcoholic.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna say we should probably find something to actually kill this thing with. Since it's parallel wall here, it's still somewhere.
The problem is that right now we don't know who, so we don't know what object we're supposed to find, and I think we shouldn't fight it. We should leave as soon as possible.
Alright, I'll just head to the shadow world as well. I mean, that should be deserted right now.
Alright, you jump into the shadow world with everybody else.
And you see, there's just a scene of Mitya just seeing you disappear and then rubbing his forehead and going, "Where do you fuckers think he will reappear? Why, would it be in his own personal part of the shadow world? Well,
now
fuck
you
it.
see me?
Not going there. I'm going for a drink." and I'm gonna jetpack away.
Yeah. All
Not going to the
right.
shadow.
You're jetpacking away to relative safety. Alistair, you appear upside down in the shadow world.
Essentially, it's like what's the basic continuation or breaking screen.
I can't
Like I'm
hear.
still in
I can't hear what you're saying at all. I'm gonna need you to like to type that one. Okay. Alexander. Oh, wait a second. That's not what I was trying to do. Alexander, you've just seen Cody appear in the same spot that you had, and a few seconds later, Alistair is going to show up on your visor, and yeah, they're also present in the shadow world in this tier. So, what are you going to do?
I will wave at them from my spot on the Ferris wheel and just be like, "Hey, I'm up here. What's the plan?"
I am still invisible though.
Yes, you just
Like,
showed
you
up.
see me up there in the comms,
Okay,
and
so,
you tell me this through the comms?
yeah, you appear on the comms as being in the same world as him. So Alexander is able to just like know you're here. He waves in the general direction of Cody. So yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna say through the comms like, okay, I'm pretty sure I got him, but this parallel world is here, so he's probably immortal in one way or another. We probably need to do something like similar again, and I guess I'm going to just run through it rather than like start asking them.
Okay, go ahead and roll creation to try to interact with the people who are here. Okay, so you talk to a couple of them. None of them really talk back to you, but you still hear some conversations that are happening in the background between the people who are present on this small orb. You're going to be able to overhear some of them, just talking about how today, they're going to mention the name of this place. Apparently, this place is called Las Vegas. So like the Vegas fragment, but on Earth. And so yeah, you're able to spot. You're able to get that detail. All right. What is Cody doing? Idris?
Oh, true. Oh god, I am both. This is really brain sundering.
Sorry.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go. Cody's gonna go and say something like, "If the quadrille isn't here, I think we should perhaps try and figure out who he is. If he lives there, maybe there is some information about him."
All right. So how are you going to do that?
Okay. So, is there any notable place where he could live or at least rest in the same way that the aviator we found in all particular
Also for
pictures?
reference, he is local, right? Because we did interview the other quadrilla and stuff as well.
What? Okay, can you type this? Can you type this and give me a second? I need to answer the question that Idris was asking. So you try to look around. It's a small world, haha. It's basically this orb that is just this this carnival. It doesn't seem to be a place to live in as much as just a place where people come, have fun, and the hosts have some back rooms, but none of them are equipped to like sleep in. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, more in the sense of, is there, like, personal property of his, or like, in the sense that he's an inhabitant of this world?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any evidence that he hangs in a particular place, or he stays somewhere in the carnival
I would
when
like
he's there?
I would like for you to roll chaos to look around.
And I'm gonna say on the comms, guys, perhaps you could help me.
Sorry,
search for it.
Cody does not have
He
comms.
does not have comms. So essentially, do I know they're here? I know it because I've seen them disappear, but I do not pick them up on the radar.
Yeah, you do. You have spotted Alexander, who's waving around
Okay.
from the Ferris wheel.
Then I'm gonna yell at Alexander. Do you want to help me find information on the quadrilla, or are you fine where you are?
I'll help. I don't have much better to do.
Well, I'm gonna try and find where he lives, if he lives somewhere.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know how we'll figure this out, but we might as well try.
All
Me
right.
neither.
So, both of you can roll for. Actually, all three of you can roll for chaos to try to investigate this place. Mitcha.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, Cody rolled a 2, and this translated to a 26. He's not very
He
good at
has a
chaos.
terrible score in chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alexander, you're not going to find anything. Mitya, looking around, you
Cody.
Cody, what looking?
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You are going to catch floating in the wind a newspaper that is clearly stating the date that this was taken in. This is like it's the Las Vegas newspaper. It's from before the war between Earth and the rest of the Empire. I don't have the book with me right now, so I don't have the
exact date.
the exact date, but you're basically able to tell that this person was probably around 60 years old when the war between the Empire and the when the war between the Empire and the Earth started, and
Okay.
or well, something around this area, like they were sorry, I should have said more. They were alive at least 60 years before the start of the war.
Okay.
Alistair, you on the other hand are going to be to like walk around, and you find this basically. You're going to find this tent that's supposed to be a hall of mirrors, and when you enter it, none of the mirrors are going to be reflecting you. Instead, they all look like this like adult woman with this like lunar uniform of that is the lunar uniform of the administration of the moon, and based on the pins that she has on her, she's a high-ranking member of the administration. And
Can I take a picture of that? Does it show in the picture?
it shows on your Resploid armor, so you are able to do this. Now this search takes you a little bit of time, and as like after you've taken this picture, you can feel a sort of rumbling, and then the skies of this place are going to turn dark, and the people are going to disappear one after the other, and this place is going to become a sort of an abandoned version of itself, like with like dark clouds and tumbleweeds just making their way through this place. You're all alone, and the thunderstorm gathering overhead has tints of red inside of it. What do you do?
Cody will look at Alexander and will say, well, perhaps it's time to leave.
Just might be, actually. Right, yeah.
I don't know if the others are still here, but I hope they're not. Well, let's go.
Alistair is going to carve into the floor. Like we're trying to help you. So next time, please don't try and kill us right away.
A bolt of lightning is going to shoot near where you are. Obviously, not being able to see specifically where you are, but because your voice is coming out from this general direction.
So I'm carving it into the floor.
You're what?
I'm carving it into the floor of the place, the ground, basically.
Okay. Yeah, a red bolt of lightning strikes nearby.
Well, I left my note and just gonna draw a smiley face underneath, and I'm going back to the real world.
All right. You jump back to the real world. I assume Cody and Alexander are doing the same?
Yeah.
All right. All three of you are going to appear in a very dark, very loud room. So, because I control where you are reappearing, none of you, so the first thing that you feel is the sense that you're falling. What do you do immediately? Alexander.
Yeah.
So we feel like we're falling.
So yeah, like immediately what happens is when you come back to the real world, you're not at all in the same place where you were. You're in a dark room that is extremely loud. There has to be multiple engines, powerful industrial engines who are working full speed, like coming from like your right and your left and beneath you, and you're falling. What do you do?
I use my jetpack.
All right. Okay, so with the flames of Alexander's jetpack is going to illuminate the room, and all of you are going to be able to see that you're in a gigantic meat grinder. Cody, you are falling. You don't have anything to help you fly right now.
Can I cast the flying power?
Yes.
I do not know how that works. Please tell me if it's a terrible idea.
You have it should work. You only have one chance to pass this life test before you fall into the meat grinder.
Meanwhile, Alex is gonna shout, "Fuck! Get me, someone!"
Okay.
Like, wait, do I have those wings still?
So
Mitya has
I
it.
think that gives them to Mitya, right?
yeah, you gave the wings to Mitya. So you're falling. Okay, Mitya, you're able to like. Sorry, Cody, you're able to concentrate for a second, spread out those like blue, beautiful wings, and flap them in order to be able to like maintain your elevation. Nearby, Alistair is falling. Alistair, what do you do?
I'm gonna shout, "Toss me the fucking wings, or catch me, whatever you do."
Yeah. Can I see him as Cody? Because I can't hear him.
I'm
Yeah,
going to pop
thanks-
back up without my camel, of course, seeing I'm falling. I need someone to catch me.
Yeah, thanks to your blue lightning, you're able to spot him. Unfortunately, neither of you have enough actions to do anything as he falls. Alistair, you're basically.
Can you toss me the wings as a reaction, though?
There's no wings.
You don't have
Mitya
wings.
is not there.
You got finger rings, right? I gave them to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mitya is not there.
Mitya's not there. This is this is Cody. He's
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Okay. So what happens is, thanks to the light of Cody's lightning and Alexander's jetpack, you see that you're falling towards those two very large like rolls that are full of like basically metal teeth. You're near enough a wall that's like you're close to a wall, but not enough that it is within reach of your hands. What do you do?
I am going to just fire my heavy bolter to blow myself towards the wall and anchor myself using my both of my servo arms.
Okay, you can just all right, in this case roll for life. It's just a -10, and if you pass, you do not fall into the meat grinder, and you're able to use your arms to like anchor yourself. All right, you're able to do it. You basically stop yourself before you fall. You're able to stabilize. Now the three of you hear this mechanical ticking sound as the doors above your head are being pulled open by a mechanism, and this large trapdoor reveals that there is this crane-like structure above you that is opening and dropping carcasses inside of the meat grinder, and they're falling onto you. So I need everybody to tell me what they're doing to avoid the falling cows and such.
I'm on the wall, right? So
Yes.
like how where's the grinder relatively?
Like they're falling everywhere. You're pretty well anchored, so you might be able to just weather the like to just endure it while the carcasses are falling. The other two are flying, so it might be harder for them.
Yeah, it's more like I just wondered for reference if it was a room or like a chute just straight into the grinder. It's like around the grinder.
It's kind of a like it's a large chute that all of you are in.
Okay, well, I think should be fine with just anchoring in the wall, yeah, because I have a natural strength 140.
Yeah,
I have strength value of 150, and I also have a natural strength times 4.
No, it's not 150. It's 70. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right, so hold on. 70 minus 1d100. I'm gonna roll for you. Ooh, I rolled a 91. One of the falling carcasses is going to unlodge one of your arms, and it doesn't stack like this. Actually, I am going to make a second roll, just like the first one.
I confirmed this with you when I added the second arm.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, no. What I told you is this: because both arms have the unnatural strength, their strength modifier for damage counts as being 14 instead of it counts as being twice as much. But you don't roll with a stat of 150 when you're using your arms. That's not how that works. I'm sorry. Like, both of your arms become unclenched, and you're going to fall into. The rolls I just made are basically like your arms rolls to attempt to hang on. Give me just 1 second. Okay, you prefer to do your own rolls. That is, I will take this into account for the next time. You're going to take 11 wounds. That brings you back to 4.
Can I use my other arm to just blast it with a heavy bolter before it hits me? I have 4 arms total. I'm just using the servo arms to anchor.
Yeah. So you're using you try to shoot down. It's not going to change the mechanism of the 2 rolls. So you're going to fall into it, and the grinder kind of breaks around you, but the teeth are still going to get into your flesh and do 11 points of damage.
Like, the reason I wanted to know was like if I could react some way, because I don't just have my arms. I already anchored,
Right.
and I still have my 2 other arms, so I can either shoot, and like I would want to roll for that, or I could toss a grenade into the grinder,
Right.
which is like I know.
You're out of grenades, and if you shoot,
I
it
am
doesn't
not out of
stop.
grenades. I am definitely not out of grenades. I didn't use any last fight as well. And I still have the normal grenades spare as well. I did not use those specifically.
No, you told me you used you told me you used all of your grenades on the deck of the ship. You're out of grenades until the end of this mission.
Okay, yeah, well, I still have the normal grenades, though. I specifically didn't use those.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So, unfortunately, neither of those things could have stopped the rolls from hurting you. So you have taken 11 wounds. Cody and Alexander, what are your characters doing?
I think at the instant I see the cows, I'm gonna move I'm gonna move 6 meters above Alexander,
Okay.
and when the cows are gonna hit, I'm gonna go Hellish Blast.
Hellish Blast.
So it's a 5 meter radius sort of explosion,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna be able to divert the flow of cows and act as an umbrella for Alexander.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll for life to activate your.
This is really stupid.
Right. You fell into the grinder, and right now you're stuck between the teeth. Alexander, is what is happening. Mitya, unfortunately, you are not able to activate the power in time. You try. But just the face of like this dead bovine just hurling towards you is too distracting. You're going to get hurt, like you're going to get hit. Alexander is beneath you, so you're actually making Alexander's life slightly harder right now.
Sorry.
Alexander, you're the only one who's not falling into the grinder yet, but Mitya is falling straight towards. Sorry. Cody is falling straight towards you. What do you do?
I will try and catch Cody and try and get us closer to one of the walls.
Okay. In this case, I need you to roll for life, and since you're trying to save Cody as well, you're gonna be doing at -20. But if you roll both of your, should be fine.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. So,
We suck.
all right. So it's
TPK.
TP. No, Mitya is fine
all
because he didn't want to come.
right. Okay.
Soul Survivor.
So that is 18. Okay. What is your life bonus, Alexander? What is your life bonus, Mitya?
My life bonus is 6
Okay.
with Cody.
Yeah. And Alexander?
The number on mine is 54. I can't remember how to divide it to get the bonus.
It's just a bonus of 5 then. So you. Okay, hold on. So both of you. Oh, Cody doesn't have. Cody has an armor of 10. Right. I almost gave Cody Mitya's armor. So Cody is going to take 2.2 wounds. Alexander is going to take. You've got 14. Alexander is going to take 1 wound. Basically, the 3 of you fall together into the grinder, stopping the rolls, and you're buried under like a bunch of like bodies that start to drip blood all over you. But because of your armors, the grinder has just halted. The sound of machinery just stops around you, and you hear somebody from outside of the chute that you're in yelling, "What the hell?"
Yeah, can you also read what I typed? Because like I was just
Yeah.
saying, like I think I had a ton of options here, basically, which is
Yeah.
why I wanted to ask why you were already rolling for the mechanical arms.
Right. Right. I understand. Sorry, I should not have rolled for the arms for you, but basically, like, there since the falling cows only gave you just like half an action to react, there was only one thing that you could really do, and since you mentioned you were still anchored, like you were just trying to like weather it, then that's what you had described. I may
The first move when we fell was anchored already, right? So it was already anchored.
yeah.
So then we didn't take an extra action, essentially.
Right,
But that was
right.
just hanging on, and I saw the cows fall while anchored then.
Right. Yes. And then you said I would have used instead of and then you said you would have tried to shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal. But like I didn't get to roll for it or anything, so.
Okay. I won't roll for your arm things again. I'm sorry if that was frustrating.
No, it's just more for clarification, because I was like, I had more options than just use those arms, but I also didn't roll for the gun, so it was more that it was going a little bit too fast for me to actually react.
Right, I understand. Sorry, there wasn't actually a need to roll for the gun because of the type of machinery that it is. It would not have caused it to stop.
I was shooting the cows above me.
Oh, that would not have stopped them from like that. There's just too many bodies for that to have
Okay, yeah.
stopped it.
Because I figured like I had armor piercing explosive rounds, so it's probably gonna be cows instead of cows then.
Yeah, like instead of having solid cows falling on you, you had cow paste falling on you. And you attracted the attention of more people in the industry, but it's like in the factory, but it would still have like been a similar amount of weight because of the way the chute is designed. So yeah, all of you took a little bit of damage here. Okay, I want everybody to make a chaos check, please.
Also, can I, since I slid down the chute into those things, can I just fight the meat grinder with my mechanical arms?
Yes, you can. Like right now, the three of you are stuck inside of it, and you can try to like unstuck yourselves with your mechanical arms. But I need Alexander. Do you think you can? Theo? Do you think you can roll for chaos, please?
Yes, sorry. I just got my work schedule and it's super messed up, so I'm trying to fix it.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they have me listed for like 9 hours, and I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah. None of you notice. All right. So, Alistair, if you want, go ahead and roll 70 minus 1d100. That's going to be that's the stat for your mechanical arms. You can roll twice since you have two of them, and you basically need to pass a total difficulty of like 30 to basically start to get the grinder moving in the other direction.
I think what Simon is trying to tell you, Alistair, is that instead of doing one roll at 150, you can now do two rolls at 75 because we've got two rolls.
I'm just typing out because make thing, but initially I had in the servo arms when I got the second one that I had double values for the other thing, but then that's not accurate because I tried to confirm it last time.
It's
okay. Then it's clear to me.
Yeah, that's not how they're described in the books, but you do get twice as many. Like you can roll twice, and because you have two arms. So go ahead and roll twice, please.
Yeah. But that was the mechanics. So I roll 70. What was
Yeah,
the roll? Like
so-
1d100 plus 70?
It's 70 minus 1d100 because the d100 is always like a penalty in this game.
Isn't it 75?
No,
Sorry.
it's
Yeah. The strength value is 75 actually.
hold on.
That was in my sheet already. I confirmed it was 75,
Okay.
not 7.
Got it. So yeah. All right. So go ahead and make your rolls.
Nice.
Yeah, it is 75. That's my bad. All right. So yeah, you are able to basically like plant your arms in both of the rolls of the grinder and start to basically like move them backwards, and basically getting the three of you unstuck. You're still under this pile of heavy, mushy bodies, but
Steve Cody. Sorry.
but you're alive. You hear the angry voice, like somebody's angry voice saying, "What are you doing down there? Why'd you turn it off? I don't care. Like it's probably just somebody probably just dropped a piece of metal in with the cows. Go ahead, put it to the maximum." And you can hear like the as the machine around you is being pushed to its maximum, and like Alistair's arms are like holding on until you hear a snap coming from outside from like the machinery, and it just powers back down again as you hear somebody yelling, Henry, I think we broke the shredder.
I think
You haven't-
Cody.
You haven't dropped beneath it yet.
I think Cody will try and cast the Gate of Infinity
Okay.
to try and get us three out of here,
Okay.
and let's say back just under the bar that we started at.
Okay. Yeah. Right back under the distillery. So go ahead and roll
Oh god.
Well, I say right back. I mean, like in the tunnels, 100 meters away. Say.
You got it. Go ahead and roll for life. You have. It's been long enough that you're once per day.
Oh, no, can't do it.
Okay.
This spell never works.
It does
It has never
sometimes.
worked.
It did last mission when it got you all back into the Colibri ship.
True.
It was actually
That was a national 20 and just like an optimum part the entire ship.
ooh,
See the portal open up and like this cacao god spilling out of nowhere and then like closing back again.
yeah. Everybody gains 2 points of immersion right now. Please write those down. And yeah, let's see. Okay, so you're going to hear like more of this angry voice who's going to say, "How the hell did this thing has thousands of tons of horsepower. How did you break it?" And like basically like an engineer nearby is getting his like getting an earful of being told that they failed. So yeah, what do your characters do? Okay, so this is what place kind of looks like. I'm gonna drop your tokens here in a second. Once I find your tokens again.
Well, Alistair is probably. By the way, how many immersion points did we get in the start? Are we at
4.
2 or 3?
4.
4, okay.
Okay. By the way, Mitya,
Yeah.
on the other side of the district, you see the GPS locations of Alexander and Alistair popping back up in a completely different place. Like they're a few miles away from where you are now.
Okay. So, what I propose is that Mitya, because it's very far, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mitya is going to go on his own side adventure.
Okay.
And what he's going to do is basically he's going to try and find the resistance
Okay.
for now. Okay. And if it's needed, we'll call him back up.
Yeah.
But basically, assume that he's scouring the district for signs of the resistance.
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets a lead when the other ones just manage to get out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for a general chaos to try to spot something resistance like, and with your own character sheet, and that's going to be happening in the background. Mitya carrying the entire mission on his shoulders.
I have done a 70.
Yeah, nice.
Please take that into account.
Yeah, that is a good roll. You are going to find the resistance.
Nice.
Okay, the other three, you're still inside of the like meat grinder. It's like your breastplate armors are starting to transmit the information to you that there is the smell of burning plastic reaching your nostrils right now. Cody is fully unaffected by this, but it's not a nice smell. You hear a fire extinguisher being used on one of the like machineries that are on the other side of the wall from you, and like you hear somebody who's like you hear this angry person just saying, all right, contact the philanthropist, find out what the fuck he put inside of that shipment. Yeah.
The philanthropist. Damn it. Okay. Guys, what do we do? Oh, perhaps we can wade through the corpses of dead cows and try and get out? That doesn't feel like fun.
It doesn't.
Yeah, Alistair is just gonna try and wipe all the shit off him when he gets out eventually as well.
Yeah.
But like, I can essentially swim. I have the extra arms, and I'm like, am I sinking?
Yeah, like actually, yeah, you can use the extra arms to like move stuff around pretty efficiently and climb up. It's going to be a bit harder for Cody and Alexander, but you know, Cody, you have shadow powers.
Yeah, I have used one just before, and there is no shadow powers in the 40k books about not blowing stuff up.
Yes, that's usually what those powers are for.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use them.
Okay.
Cody is just, while trying to get out of the cows, he's just going to mutter, well, I am starting to think that meat really is murder. Maybe I'll be a vegetarian from now on.
Just a question, what about that darkness thing?
The what?
The darkness thing from Cody, if he is an ability.
Yes.
Only if I do psychic phenomena. I haven't done them so far.
Okay, yeah. I was just confused with that portal thingy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of you are making it, like trying to make to exit the grinder through the top. The door, the trap door above you is being reopened after it closed up for inspection, and you can see like and when you're going to start to extract yourselves, you're going to see workers with yellow hats and the fluffy sanitation uniform of people who work in the food industry, and who are like looking down when they see the two mechanical arms of Alistair pushing carcasses aside, and one.
As far as it goes, I should be camouflaged though.
That's true. In this case, something that they don't see pushing the cows aside, and they see Alexander in his armor and Cody in his human form just being there, and some like one of the workers is gonna say, Chief, there's people in there. Yeah, and they're alive.
This sounds like isn't the first time that somebody fell in either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Alistair swimming.
I will fly close to them with my blue wings,
Okay,
and I will say,
hold on. Yeah, you're still maintaining the human shape, but you do have the wings. Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna say then, yes. Please direct us to your director. I have very bad news for him indeed, because I am sent by the Imperial government to review this facility, and I've just been thrown in a chute with a meat grinder.
Henry's going to come to like so like the bemused, red-faced individual who was like up until this second like yelling at people turns to you, sees the giant blue wings and the claim that you're here to investigate, and is going to say, do
Wait.
all Imperial inspectors have giant wings?
I am a quadrilla. I use a disguise as to not be recognized by people such as you on surprise visits.
Well, welcome. Sorry for the inconvenience. How did you end up inside of the shipment?
Well, I have a sad story to tell, but it's not for you. You have just thrown me into a meat grinder. I will report that to the Empire ASAP. Please direct me to the nearest exit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for creation. You don't see any guards present in this place, so you don't think anybody could really stop you. But the creation check will determine whether or not they're going to call the police.
Yeah.
Also is going to be like, yeah, I was also trying to be undercover. I'm just with Mitch on this table.
I cannot hear anything you're saying. Bean, please type this. All right, Alexander. One of the workers throws down a metallic ladder. It didn't take, surprisingly enough, it didn't take them that long to fetch one. And you are able to. Oh, no, you've got the jetpack. Yeah, all of you make it out of the grinder. A few of the workers are going to notice that there is something camouflaged moving amongst them, but there's also someone claiming to be a quadrilla with giant wings. So they're gonna be like, we're staying back. We're not going to do anything. You're pointed towards the exit, and you are free to go. Everybody make a chaos check, please. Nobody's rolling well on the perception checks. For Cody.
Oh, damn it.
You're our only hope. Okay.
Oh.
Nice. So, so you're making your way towards the exit. As you're doing this, like, you're gonna pass by one of the meat grinders, and you see one of the workers basically like saw this whole thing, retreated back behind the meat grinder, and when you pass in front of it, you're able to see that same worker who's trying to attract your attention as discreetly as possible.
Okay.
Alistair's going to go over, probably. If you
I will look at Alexander and I will just say, okay, I can perhaps make a scene and you can go and talk to that worker while I attract the others' attention.
Mitch,
And I will.
you could tell this to Alistair with camouflage though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell it to you both, and then I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna look at Henry,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do a weird face, like the Columbo thing of, oh, and one last thing.
Got it. Okay.
Did you just talk about the patriotist? How do you think the empire? And I'm gonna start him on the subject and try to grill him about the no, not the patriotist, the philanthropist.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grill him on the subject of the philanthropist while they talk with the character.
Okay, go ahead and roll for creation to basically like cause this distraction. And I want Bean and Alexander, if you're trying to get to this worker to try to talk to him, I need both of you to roll Void to try to do it stealthily.
Can I just say to Alexander, should I just do this? I see the guy waving and I was gonna go, I can probably get there without being noticed.
Oof.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna try and stop Alexander and say, just leave this to me. I'll pass it.
All right, go ahead and roll for your Void with the plus 50. Okay, so that is sufficient. You move towards the worker. The worker doesn't even like spot you until you're like right in front of him. What do you say?
I'm like, I'm really next to you. Just don't be frightened.
Yeah. Okay. Are you with the inspector? The Imperial inspector?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know that there's weird stuff happening in the night shifts. They use a totally different crew, and we've had sightings of people who like trucks who are coming from a different location than where we usually get our meat coming into here, and everything about that night shift is super shady, but we've never had an inspection for before. We thought the administration had completely defunded the inspections, but I think you should look into it. Please don't mention me in the report.
I'm gonna say Soylent Green is people. And then I'm just gonna say, and anyway, I'll discuss this with the higher ups.
Okay.
And yeah, it should be fine. Just like, don't worry too much about the night shift.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, Cody and Alexander. So Alexander, like Henry sees you wandering off, and she's going to say, "Hold on, don't go. Please stay with me during the inspection, so that I can make sure no hazards befall you again." As for you, you mentioned the philanthropist, but like everything you said points me to believe you don't actually know anything about. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to stay here for just a second, and either I'm gonna need to check your credentials, or I'm gonna have to make a call to the people in charge of this place.
I will look at him and I will say, "You just threw me into a meat grinder. I will leave and say nothing of your exactions to the higher ups.
Okay.
If you stop
Just
it here, if you don't."
Just say something about chain of command and not knowing him directly or something.
Bean, please don't interrupt while he's doing his roleplay. Cody, please make a death test because you're intimidating. Intimidation is. Henry is going to like. like pause, observe all of this, is going to see that Alexander, who still has his armor on, has weapons, and that you have this like concealed person. He's gonna let you go, but you get the feeling that like he's going to take measures as soon as you're out of the room to like, because he thinks you're really sketchy. So yeah, the three of you make it out of that facility. You're in the slums, and like this, you're in front of this very large, basically processing plant, that's got like this constant stream of smoke coming out of the chimneys on the top, and basically like spreading this bacon-like scent into the entire area. And also there's like mixed into the mix of that smoke is particles of grease, and basically everything that's around you is covered in this like small layer of white yellow grease that makes everything sticky and like slippery. Yeah, and you're out.
Yeah, just as I was typing, I don't know if you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I just typed it, but seeing that they look suspicious, I'm going to try and find them in my command panel and try and hack into it first.
Okay.
To just like give like a malfunction in the system or something.
All right. As you're staying behind, you're going to see that Henry is immediately pulls out his phone as when the other two leave, calls the police and says, "We just had like somebody break into the meat industry. They had weapons. They pretended to be officers. Please send like the police." Go ahead and roll for Cosmos for your hacking, please, Alistair.
I'm basically just going to try and like screw up his call to try and make it seem like it's a prank call.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Okay, you do not gain access to the like control panels of like you try to interface, and the security is just a little bit too good. At this point, you are aware that there's like police forces on their way, and since the last time was, you know, a few minutes ago, the combat that you just escaped from, it might not be wise to reiterate the same experience. So
yeah, no, I'm gonna go on board the rest that we need to get the fuck out of here.
All right. In this case, you are going to all of you are going to bail. You make it out of there like way before the police gets there, and you get back in touch with Mitya, who has through some ingenious research found one of the Agma. Like one of the basically like you've just gone into the lowest parts of the district and found like and asked around where people had seen like bug type creatures, followed the trace and found your way into like a cell of the resistance. You're being all of you are taken to the leader of that cell for a meeting. So that completes another part. So that is going to complete another part of the mission that you have going on.
And I realized last time there is only one faction of the resistance we haven't met then, because
Right.
we have met the Agmas, we have met.
You hadn't. So it's more about getting into contact with, you know, like the leaders and knowing safe ways to like contact them in the future. So knowing where the leader like resides is going to help you a little bit. So the four of you are going to be taken into this seemingly abandoned hospital that is very dirty, and like almost like purposefully made to look super unsanitary. And you are all going to be like channeled into like the main corridor and told that you are going to get the opportunity to meet the leader of the Agma on the moon. You're going to meet the twin. Please be respectful of their of the terrible condition that they're in. And as you make your way inside of the room, you're going to see, like in a corner that's actually pretty clean, you're going to see a hospitalized Agma that has like the respiratory armor covering like half of their body. Hold on. Okay. So this is what?
Also, how much time passed in the meantime? Because I think we are going to try and patch up since I'm still low on health.
Yeah. So literally like half an hour has passed. It's not enough to recover wounds yet, but this is going to be a moment where there's going to be a stop in the mission, like for a little bit, and you're going to be able to recover wounds. So don't worry. There's not going to be another combat just for a little bit. So you come into this room, find like this Agma that has just basically like a body that is half made of respiratory armor and who's hooked up to multiple medical equipment. And it's really strange because from what you'd been told, any wound would kill one of the Agma, yet this one seems to be in this strange physical condition but being maintained alive. So as you come in, the creature is going to say, "Greetings, I am Namat. I heard about your team from Pleep, parent to Peep and Kit. I'm the leader of this part of the resistance, and you're welcome in my home, I suppose."
Yep. Well, we are Team Delta. Perhaps you've heard of us. Well, we're trying to get our bearings on the moon and try to meet people and understand how the situation is here.
All right.
And how the resistance is going on.
Ups and downs. We are slowly but steadily bringing in more and more of my people through the portal that was opened in the Shadow World, and gathering our forces here. We're grateful to you for the information you've acquired us through the Dionysus station, and if you need any help, I urge you to contact me through my respiratory armor, and I will send people to extract you from a situation.
That's very nice.
Now, I also was contacted by the leader of the Church of Sens, who said one of you is a quadrilla looking for a way to maintain communication with the others. I have this to give you. He's going to like rummage on the nightstand to the side, and you can see that like it's on the side that has his armor, and he's acting like, even though the armor's sensors are clearly on, he's acting like he does not see anything that's on the nightstand, and he's going to it's going to take a second, and he's going to show this large scarab-like bug that is covered in filanite in a breastplate armor, and he's going to say, this little fellow here has comes from a long line of glitches who've been fighting the Empire for a long time, but since their parents kept dying and splitting off into two, the amount of armor available was lower and lower. So they a few generations ago they limited their size to this, and they've been working as spies. But this one's wings were not functional at birth. So instead, what I thought that she could latch onto your quadrilla's ears, and you could communicate through her to your quadrilla friend. She would be able to transmit sounds and from through her armor, so that you wouldn't, and information of this kind.
Nice.
He's going to hand it over to Cody. Please write it on his character sheet somewhere.
He will also probably ask, "Oh, what is the name of this little one?"
This is Tome.
Okay. Tome?
Yeah. Parent to... hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Right. Okay, it's Tome, parent to Tor and Gobe.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah. The twin Namat is going to say, "I'm glad that she can be of use. She'd been because of her size, her mental capacities are not as developed as those of us who are able to power a larger brain, but she will get the job done." Now, I assume you have more questions about the lunar resistance, and I do have ways of contacting the other leaders that you're after. So, ask away your questions.
Well, I think we have already met the leader of the Church of Sens, but we have no idea of what other organization, apart from the Agmas and him, exist on the moon.
Right.
Do you know of any other cells and how to contact them?
So, there are many cells, but they're organized into 4 factions based on how the members came into to be part of resistance. The Agma, my people, are all of our species and have all come through the portal. Either they're either glitches or quadrillas, or, well, some of us did not inherit our parents' armors. So you will find others who are simply Agma. The other another faction that is on the rise is the ones called Earth's Warriors. They're the remnants of the rebellion on Earth that are making their way to the moon Some of them have been here for quite some time, but they're currently like they weren't considered a faction until very recently now, because people like you are coming from the earth. It's growing. There isn't an official leader who is in charge of all of this, but there is one person who has taken care of organizing this faction and bringing them all together. Her base is a bar, is a recently opened bar inside of the alcoholic district called the Eighth.
Holy shit fucking balls. Sorry. What the... She's... Is it Wanda? Is it her?
Yeah, it is someone called Wanda. I thought you might know her. Apparently she has a lot of knowledge in how to organize underground activities and smuggling from her previous occupations, and she's been using that in order to get enough resistance members through the aviator district. Last faction.
I was just gonna say, that reminds me, how is business over here, the underground business? I think I tried to set up Team Omega somewhere, but I have no idea what they're doing.
They're basically going to be part of Earth's Warriors as well. When they arrive, they're basically like they're you haven't heard from them just yet. I think thanks to a communicator, they know how to reach your suit. So you've been getting like a few updates. They're basically right now they're making their way to the moon. They're gonna be here soon, and you know that Sparks, the runner, is already up here and already making deliveries for the Earth's Warriors. All right, and Namat is going to continue and say the last faction is the committee known as Rising Moon. They are they're the oldest of the factions on the moon. They're descendants of the administrators and the nobles who were against the war with the Earth, who've been lobbying to end it for years. They come from wealthy families who operate in the King District, and they're usually of noble blood and have enough control over their industries or administrations to be able to fund this expensive endeavor that we're all in together.
Love myself a bunch of rich moderates.
Right.
Love them already.
So I believe you the financial advisor to your general, according to Soren, is a member of Rising Moon, but this Mr. Citra has yet to make his way to Celine.
I see.
Instead, your the leader is he's going to like send you basically pictures that were taken with a breastplate armor. You can see that the visor is kind of fragmented like a bug's eye. Like it's multifaceted, so it takes a second for you to be able to see it. But this is the leader of the Rising Moon faction. So yeah, your Henios Contine does not have a breastplate armor, but being the very well-known member of the city building administration of your people. She is rather easy to find.
I see.
So like,
So we just gotta try to contact her discreetly. That shouldn't be too difficult. We have an invisible guy.
you can contact the leader of the Church of Sens with your resploids. You can contact me or Soren to get in touch with the Agma faction.
Wait, Soren has something to do with the Agma faction?
Well, we are. Soren, she was the one who came to us and told us that our empire had been taken over in the Shadow World. She gave us the Philonites that helped us make glitches, and also that helped our Shadow Empire make our own quadrillas. We are deeply grateful to her. She's not in a position of power, but she has authority amongst my people. Influence, you might say.
Yeah. Yep.
What was the other thing that I wanted to say?
Love me some immortals having influence. Love.
And Namet is going to say, I'm also personally in her debt after my accident. He's going to gesture at the half of his body that's not moving. And say, after my accident, it was a group of human medics from the Rising Moon faction who tried to save my life, not understanding that this is not how our life system works, but they used the remains of the resploid armor of my twin, who'd died immediately in the explosion, and tried to patch me up. Now the resploid is keeping me alive when I should have died long ago, but thanks to Soren, I was made comfortable, and I do not feel the pain that's and the agony that I had before. Instead, I am able to endure and gather more experience than any member of my kind has ever been able to. So my means are experience and wisdom. So I am able to provide to the Resistance leadership like no other Agma had beforehand.
I see. This is pretty awesome of you. To stay beyond the barriers of death in order to learn and continue leading your people. That's pretty honorable.
I wish I had a choice. Unfortunately, the armor does its best to keep me alive. But it recognizes my DNA as being the same as my twins, so it's trying to save me, but it doesn't recognize me as its wielder, so I cannot control it. And as my cells die, the Philonite is slowly taking over, and until I become just a shell.
I see.
So your twin has the other half of the armor. Shouldn't you be able to communicate with him?
No, unfortunately, my twin died instantly. What remained were fragments of the armor that were put back together by the Rising Moon medics, who then, thinking they were doing me a favor, tried to use those very fragments to patch the parts of my body that were destroyed. And unfortunately, since both of my eggs were destroyed completely in the explosion, dying now would mean no one would be left with the experience that I have acquired. So I feel it is my duty to keep on going.
Oh,
That makes sense. And I was just gonna walk over to him and say, like, "Can I touch your arm for a moment?"
Yes, as long as you don't do anything too drastic.
Yeah, I'm going to try and run a diagnostic, same as I did to my own armor,
Okay.
if I can try and patch it. So
Go ahead and roll for Cosmos. Mitya, I think you had a question.
yeah. I was gonna say, I'm sorry if I seem impertinent, but we humans are essentially in the same situation you are now. So, in our society, transmission functions much differently than in yours.
Oh yes, I have looked up the way you do things. He's going to gesture that there's basically like just books, a shelf full of books. He's going to say, "We do not do things this way. As we are born, we have a synaptic connection to the brains of both of our children, who act as secondary memory recipients and who gather all of the experience that of our lives. This way, when we die, they are born with the experience of their previous life and the biological modifications enacted by the parents upon their death. This
Well-
is
Yeah, what I am trying to say now, Matt, is that you could look into just having a student to teach. Because if you manage to do that, it will be, by your standards, I imagine, incredibly slow and painful and frustrating. But you might be able to, give your knowledge to another member of your kind that will in turn impart into his children. I'm not saying that it's going to be as good as your system, which seems to me like it is pretty powerful in transmitting things. But, we do it like that. Could be useful into looking into it. If you don't find my comment too presumptuous.
I understand. You need to see that such a relationship has not been attempted in my culture in the past, because, well, if death allows us to transmit information if our eggs are still intact, but we consider that those who lose their eggs through circumstances are going through the same thing that you call Darwinism. The selection of our species is done through which ones are able to die with their eggs intact and which ones are not, which means that we've evolved to die easily, so that
and this is also going to the like, have you ever thought about adoption or cloning?
Those are subjects that I have researched. I think I could, now that I understand the way humans learn, I think I could try to transmit what wisdom I've acquired to a human, but I don't think any of my people would
accept him.
They value my advice, but I don't. They value my decision making, but I don't think that they value anything that I could teach them, because they see me as an evolutionary dead end.
Well, perhaps then you might not form somebody to help your people, but you could form somebody that will help the resistance or the humans. There is, I think, much to learn into other people's cultures, especially ones so, let's say, alien to us as yours. If I ever meet someone that I think is with promise, I'll send him your way, or her, or it.
Yeah,
I do not know
also
if I will find such a person, but I think it's a good thing to stay open about.
I would appreciate this. I think your idea is pertinent enough that I will try to contact our quadrillas. They, having no more eggs, are in a similar situation to mine. If that doesn't work out with them, I will try to talk to a human. But
I was
yeah.
just going to remark, like, just keep an open mind, and you could also just help your race without focusing on reproduction.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. Look at the human race for examples. There's plenty of examples in history where they adapted and actually improved, but based on this.
Yes. Believe
Yeah,
me, it is difficult not to keep an open mind ever since my skull's been split open.
yeah,
You do not laugh. I'm sorry. That was my attempt at human humor.
Yeah, Alex was going to chuckle, like, nice fun.
yeah, no, it was a good one. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you. Having only one brain, I am on a one-track mind. But
That's good too.
this, all right. I hope I've been of service. The location at which I stay gets changed every now and then because, as you may imagine, they're trying to find me as the leader of this faction. I am able to. The armor automatically transmits vocal messages that I receive. So if you send a message to my twin, I will be able to hear it and respond. If you do so, I would ask that you not be too loud, as the walls have ears, and secrecy is the best way for me to stay alive.
This was also going to make a remark regarding that. Like, have you ever considered going more towards bionic? And like, there's this really neat item. It's called a stammer, and it like mutes sound in the area. It might be of use to you to get one.
A star?
No, that's a stammer. It's like this thing, and Alistair produced this like weird gadget, and he turns it on, and you see him like jumping in silence.
The stammer, got it. He's going to look at it and say, "Ah, yes, I see. I understand this technology. I will ask my engineers if they have any way of making one for me. I appreciate it. Now, do you have Do not think I found your question impertinent, member of Team Delta. I did offer to answer whatever questions you may have. Some of you are more silent than others. I hope my appearance is not disturbing you.
Direct confrontation by Alexander.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain has been in 20 different places right now.
Yeah, like you've got your schedule to worry about. No worries.
Yeah, I've got it mostly figured out now, but I'm still like coming down from the panic spike that happened when I saw they scheduled me for 19 hours before I move.
Ouch.
Okay, well.
Well, so the Agma just made a comment about how things look to the one that actually got like turned inside out. So this is going to be amusing.
I look at Mitchell just looks at everybody in his group and just goes like, "Am I the last normal one yet?" I mean, face turned inside out, quadrilla, cyborg. Yep. I'm the only normal human left in Delta.
I would argue that if surrounded by people like these, you're the one who is not normal is the one who hasn't changed yet.
True.
Normal
Also,
is overrated.
Or
Just-
normal.
Just I want to say that just reminds me of the Reign of Darkness campaign, where you were the only one who wasn't a murderer, like a vicious murderer by the end.
Yeah, but I also was a half dragon. I also was pretty weird myself by the end of the campaign.
Yeah, you did inject dragon scales in. Okay, now let's move on from old campaigns.
I have one last question to him, and just remembered. I'm going to show him the image of the Cordrilla and say, "Can you pass this around to the other factions? We need to know who this is. That is Cordrilla, and we need to figure out how to kill him, and we need one of his possessions from the past."
Oh yeah, and also, by the way, I don't know if you know, we are going to say this to everyone, the Resistance. The Aviator District no longer has a Quadrilla.
That is very fortunate to hear. You're a very I was told in my reports that you and what's his name? You and Samuel only arrived earlier today. Very efficient. Very efficient.
Did we do all that in a day? It felt like 3 months. Wow.
That's just
Like
gonna go
all of you need like the rest right now.
I need a shower.
Like I think Alistair is at the lowest life point he's been ever since he got the camouflage, basically.
Ever, even before the camouflage, I've never been hit. Like, so arriving in the port, I got hit for the first time in like ever. And now I dropped to like 1 HP, and it's now back to 4.
Welcome
But,
to
like,
the moon.
lowest I've ever been.
Welcome to the moon. All right. Namat is. Hold on. What did I want to say? Right. By the way, all of you, you've completed the reconnaissance mission because you now know how to connect and contact any of the factions if you need to, which means everybody's leveling up. And this was reconnaissance, so it means the reward is 1 extra resistance fighter, which means you are hold on. Yeah. You're now at 6 for the resistance fighters. You're like you've got more troops, more people on your side.
What I have done something that I just thought about with the blank characters and handouts you gave us,
Okay.
which might be of interest to everybody. I did a thing. I had a proposition for an idea for a popular sport and a CEO, so I threw that in here. And
Yep.
I also made a list of notable things on which I noted, like little tidbits of things that we discovered that might be of use when we decide on our next mission. So, for instance, I typed down, look into the meat processing factory because a worker says the night shift is weird. The alcoholic is a higher military person from just before the war. And I think we could keep that on because I think in the phase of choosing our missions, those informations will be nice.
I think that is a very good move. So yeah, Namat is going to say we have been struggling with the Quadrillas of Death for a little while, and because my faction's way into the moon is through a portal that is in the shadow, we always have to go through not only the very dangerous portal that has ripped many of my kin to shreds, but also after that the tier of the geographer in the geographer district. So knowing there is a way to get rid of them finally is good. We like, I assume you explain how to kill the Quadrillas of Death, and the information is going to get transmitted. they like you learned that basically they didn't know the aviator wanted to die because when they learned, okay, they can put you wherever they want in their district when you exit the shadow world, they decided, all right, we're not going in the shadow world, and so they never like you were the first ones to encounter the aviator and give him the chance to die. All right. Well,
Regarding that, I also posted the coordinates of the wings that they're taking to, since I managed to get those out of my armor with a system check.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact coordinates, but just maybe you can correct it on the item list.
Right. Hold on. By the way, Mitya still has these.
Yeah.
These are going to draw the attention of Namat, who's going to say, what is this object that you're holding?
Okay. We got it by killing the aviator. And our working theory is that they are parts of a whole, and that every quadrilla has a part of what seems to be an armor. And I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to mention the F person.
Would you, as
I am going to give him the coordinates, so yeah, please do.
the Agma faction is very interested in the supernatural things that have been happening to the human race, the glitches, quadrillas, this entity that wiped out our Shadow Empire's defenses, and immortals. Would you allow us to study this object?
I think we have an even better object for you if you're interested in immortals. And I look at Alistair, well, at the vague space where it should be, and I go, I think we have Soren Solipsis's leg.
Oh.
That would be a great thing to investigate, don't you think? And I sort of nudge at the vague direction where Alistair is trying to catch him with my elbow, but he's not there.
Well, we could several pieces of it and have some samples. I don't know exactly where all the samples are. I mean, that would be Cody, but like, yeah.
I think it would be a nice gift to our allies if we gave them it, because we don't use it.
So
Cody has the foot.
So okay. So by the way, something that's gonna happen is that Cody has to calm the insect perch on his ear down, Tomei, and is like going to say, we might want to limit how much we're talking about Soren's leg, because Tomei immediately assumed that she was dead because she got an injury and the Agma die. She got very distressed.
Oh no! They're immortal. They can get as many. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm shutting up.
The leader is going to say, Namat is going to say, I knew she'd lost a limb recently. I did not know the circumstances. Yes, I think we could study it. Humans have this notion of bodily autonomy that applies to cadavers as well, if I remember correctly. Should I ask Soren if she wants it back?
This says not getting it back. We don't like her. We got it from her fair and square.
And
this is a research sample, and like If you want a sample, Cody has the food. He can probably cut off a toe for you.
Right. Well, because our when our eggs hatch, they eat the body of their parents. We don't have the same notions of bodily autonomy as you people have. I accept your generous offer for a toe of an immortal that we will study.
And I say, oh, because you said that. From my past experiences of meeting with immortals, I think you would do well to not consider them humans insofar as cultural habits and philosophy, because I feel like they are very far from human, from my point of view as well.
I have noted differences and certain unease some humans have displayed next to Soren, not necessarily understanding her notions of time passing, but
Yep.
she, it seems, but I have faced something very similar, having existed for very long compared to all of the other fighters of my faction. My recollection of Mons is something that some of my compatriots have a hard time even fathoming, and it's done a lot to my mind. I can understand how old age would make one make some be considered different species. I pray I do not live long enough that I reach the point where my people think of me as you think of Soren.
So do I, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody, really.
It has more to do with what she did, though. She's been doing stuff that's totally not okay with everybody else.
I have been informed of this. She did the same thing to my people when she offered us to make glitches and quadrillas. So we fully accepted and embraced this experiment. So we have a different view on what she's done.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Just like none of you asked to be born, we could not inject Finlandite armors directly into adults. They had to be injected into eggs. That generation did ask to be born as glitches or quadrillas, but they had to live with it, and those who were born as quadrillas had to live unnaturally long lives. So it was considered a sacrifice, a cost for the power that we've obtained, the power to pass between dimensions, and we paid it. And we have all agreed to pay it. She has also done what she deemed necessary to train us. I think the different circumstances have brought the training that you had to go through to be very different and potentially upsetting. But we do not judge her for what she's done.
Yeah, that's a complicated subject.
I can see that. Now, may I... is there any way I could persuade you to lend us the wings? I promise they will be well taken care of. My faction is one of the most discreet and hardest to track by the Empire.
I think what we need is just a bit of time to mull it over, see if we can still study from our side something, and whenever we hit, a dead end, we will turn to you.
You have shown excellent results in the short amount of time that your unit has been effective in combat. From what I was told, you from the files transferred to us by the Earth Warriors, you have a success rate of 100% on your missions. So,
Well, depends on what you call success. Sometimes success comes at a great cost.
I know, but your superiors never decided to call it a failure. So, it's better than many of the units that you will fight alongside on the moon.
Well, see you around then.
Yes, thank you. I will. I will rest now. I appreciate the visit and the suggestions of getting an apprentice and the tow that you have given me. I will take into account your wishes for Soren not to know of our interaction. Okay. You leave the presence of the twin, now aware of why he's called the twin.
Yeah.
And so right now we can use the last 30 minutes to level up. And I am also going to make a roll for the next mission. So if I think I wanted the next mission to be okay, so hold on. Wanted it to be Earth's Warriors, I think. I need to open it on this computer. Okay. So, can one of you roll 1d6 for me?
Yep.
Done.
Oh,
Okay. So with Sigmata and Sigmata, where is it? Not here. Okay. I think in a second I'm gonna stop the recording. I just want to have a look at how this is going to pan out with the coin tracker system. Alright. Okay. Alright. Faction favors, faction fallout. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Faction favors. Resistance actions, regime actions, and here we go. I select a faction. I roll a d6. I think the okay. If the result is equal to or less than the faction's loyalty, you receive one wave from that faction, and in addition, get to choose any faction favor they wish and go on a mission to support it. Should
be good now.
So equal or less to than the faction's favor. What did you roll?
Roll a 3. And since our favor went up, it should be equal or lower.
Yes, it is, because all of the factions right now are at 6 or lower. So once again, you got lucky. You got another positive mission.
This is why I do the roll.
Okay,
throw us on this page.
What
So
I wanted to... sorry?
Can you throw us on this page?
Oh yeah, for sure. The resistance the resistance missions is more something that I decide on what it's going to look like. I have something planned. So basically, it allows me to, you have the sandbox ones where you decide which missions you go on, and then you're gonna have those ones where it's more I have the resistance do some good or fucked up shit, and you have to react. Okay, so if I remember correctly,
Good thing I rolled good, right?
you've done one mission for the Agma.
Yep.
I'm just trying to remember which ones would want to send you on that mission. Okay, right. I think it's the Earth's Warriors or the Church of Sens. I need to check, but basically, here's what you're going to be told. There is a currently there is a because you just obtained the rune because you brought a rune to the moon, that gave some of them ideas. That gave ideas to the the Agma is these ones. That gave some ideas to one of the factions who realized, hey, we might be able to experiment on it. Like, General Costa never really did any experiments, but we could find out some stuff. So they are going to contact you and try to understand what the properties of the rune are, and doing so, they're going to want to try it out in an environment that is as safe as possible. So they're not going to do what the bad mission would have been, which is try to activate it in a place where it would have affected civilians. That the rune of creation was active again, like it was in Dionysus station.
Yeah, basically Dionysus 2.0.
So instead, what they want is basically there's an ancient prototype of the Cosmo and Rebirth computer on the moon inside of the Geographer district. It's been stored away in the academy for decades, and I think it's going to be probably the Earth's Warriors are going to ask you to help them steal it. This way they can take it somewhere isolated, like on the surface of the moon where there isn't any of the districts, and try and do experiments on it there. So it's going to be like a very it's a positive mission. If you pass it, you're going to be getting basically like +1 loyalty and +1 wave with the Earth's Warriors. And yeah, it's a heist mission. Second one of the campaign is gonna be fun. Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel. Have a nice day everyone.